Charlie, three hard truths I wish I knew about trusting God. And if you happen to fall short in this area, just understand that you are not alone because there was a time in my life where that is where I found myself. Now, number one, trusting in God means that, Charlie, it's always not going to make sense. Now, I give you an example. In the Bible, when Abraham, or should I say Abraham, was asked to move, when God instructed him to move from his father's house and that he was going to take him to a land that flowed with milk and honey, it didn't make sense. But Abraham didn't go to ask God, he went. And so, look, trust in God with all thy heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Now, once you have that understanding and you have your whole faith, God is just expecting that you move, you trust, you don't ask questions. Sometimes it feels like being in an army when you are given the order, Sergeant Major, get up and move to northeast XYZ is BC. Psh, psh, psh. You have no option than to move because you trust and believe the orders of your commander or of the general or whoever is leading the battalion or group. Number two, you see, trusting in God, you have to trust in his timings. Sometimes you go through very dark and unpredictable times, but delays are not denials. The fact that a particular thing may have delayed does not necessarily mean that God has ignored you. And I always say that, look, my brother, my sister, do not look for God when you are in trouble. Because I tell you, it will feel like 10 years in a day. Look for Him now that there's no trouble, everything seems fine. Build a relationship with Him. Now, what I need you to understand here is the fact that trust in God's timing. He will tell you, wait, and it will defile all odds in your life. It could be marriage, it could be in the area of business, but God says, wait, you need to wait. And once you wait and the thing just happens and He says, this is it, this is the time, go ahead, do that thing, get going. And you so do, you realize that, look, provision is already made. And you realize that if I had gone at a certain time, it would have been disastrous. So, my third and final point is that trusting in God means giving Him absolute control. You see, I used to have that belief that when you are praying for something, it means you're trusting in God. But if you're praying for the thing, hoping for a certain outcome, you're actually not trusting in God. When you trust in God, it means that you are praying. However, whether the outcome, whatever the outcome may be, you understand that it's going to be for your good because you're trusting in God. Now, if this hits you hard and you just realize that, look, I haven't been doing that deep connect of trusting God, I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, I want you to say this quick prayer. I trust you, God. Even when I do not understand, I trust you. Now, I want you to believe that from henceforth, you're going to put your 100% in God. And as the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path righteous. Brethren, thank you very much. See you next time.